Hello everyone.
It's been a couple days since we did our vlog.
Yep.
So 2 days ago, how did that day start? We began by getting a Thai massage.
And
Dramatic pause. No, not that kind of massage. we What happened was we walked down the main street near our hotel and we spent a bunch of time trying to find a place that looked reputable.
and who got male masseuse.
Yeah, that was a requirement.
Yeah.
We didn't want to be super gay, but we wanted to at least have male masseuses. And actually, it was
Yeah.
pretty hard to find a place that looked reputable because you walked by and everybody's like, massage,
Massage, sir.
But anyway, we found this place that we had passed the day before, and we went in, and we got traditional Thai massage,
Which was awesome.
and
Felt great.
we did get the couples massage, which was nice because we were in the same room.
Yeah.
And I had a spry little skinny Asian, and Rian had a kind of a more muscly guy.
Oh yeah. More beefy guy.
Yeah, his guy was a little beefy.
Yep.
But anyway, they stretched the hell out of me. Like
Yeah,
he's
me
climbing
too.
all over the place and pulling and
Pulled every joint and muscles in my body.
uh-huh.
That
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah, it was nice, and it didn't, I was a little concerned, but it was completely legit, so that was cool. And I felt really good after.
Me too.
Okay, then what'd we do?
And then we went to the Grand Palace.
Oh yeah, so then we went to the Grand Palace.
Yeah, which I absolutely love because that place, they got lots of gems and gold and just golden buildings. It's super awesome. Golden temples and what else did we do there?
Well, Rian said that he wanted to live there.
Oh yeah, because it's my kind of place. I'm that fancy. I'm a prince.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on my house.
Yeah, you do.
So
Make it look like the Grand Palace.
So we get there, and I discover that I have forgotten my sunscreen, and as the whitest guy on earth, I felt like my skin was just going to boil off. It was really hot that day and really
Yeah,
sunny
it
that
was.
day.
Awfully hot.
And so we snuck through the shadows as best we could to get to the Grand Palace.
Yeah.
And and we forgot to mention that before we left, we were at the hotel, and we were both like in shorts, and Rian was actually dressed like this
Oh yeah.
for the beach.
And the security guard or the concierge told us to get changed because we were slutty. Yeah, I'm a slut.
So, yeah, it took us a while to understand what he meant, but basically it meant we had to have real shirts and
Yeah, dress appropriately.
and real pants. And it's like, Thailand is not really the country for real pants, but I guess if you're going to the palace, you have to wear real pants.
Yeah, you have to get all sweaty.
So anyway, we put on real pants, we got a taxi, we went to the palace, and when we go inside, there was a
Lady.
there was a lady who was representing herself as a tour guide, and she wanted to give us a tour, and she told us it was going to be 400 baht. And I said, hey, where can I get some sunscreen? And she was like, oh, I'll go get you your sunscreen. And I was like, oh, that's okay. Just where do I go to get the sunscreen?
Yeah.
And so she tells us where to go. And we go out, get the sunscreen, goes perfect, come back, and then we look for the lady, and she decides to double her price.
Yeah, which
the
is
tour.
stupid. So it was then 800 baht for the two of us, so 400 baht each, and we didn't take her offer. Yeah.
Yeah. So we started looking around for another tour guide, and in the process we went inside the building and we saw the place where, well, let's get it from this angle. Look how pretty that is. Look behind us. What's the name of this place? I don't know.
Landing Island.
Landing
This is
Island. There's no bathrooms here, by the way, so
Yeah.
we're gonna take a squat in the woods later. So anyway, we found the place where they were making people change, which made us feel better because we were looking around and it didn't appear like other people had unslutted themselves, whereas we had. Okay, so then we found a new tour guide.
It was only 400 baht for the both of us with him. Even
He
though
negotiated.
I did. I always negotiate. Asians always negotiate, and I always win.
Asians win.
Asian wins.
Uh-huh. And then he took us on the tour, and it was really a mind-boggling place. I mean, really, it was so freaking over the top. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I love it.
And
Love
you
it,
can
love
see pictures of the place on my Facebook.
it. Yeah, promoting your Facebook. Let's do that.
Well, at least I'm not promoting Instagram and follow me on Twitter.
I'm not.
I don't even know where we're going to post this.
I don't know.
Okay. So we went to the palace. It was all glitter and gold and beautiful
Yeah.
and perfect, and we loved it.
Even though we don't understand a thing about it because our tour guide doesn't speak English very well, so we don't understand anything. Well, at least I don't. Do you?
I didn't understand anything. Plus, I didn't remember anything. It's like, I've got mad cow disease. I don't remember anything.
Okay.
All right. So then we went back to the hotel. We hung out for a little while.
And then we checked out the gay district.
That's right. So I convinced Rian finally that he's gay. And we went to the gay district. And we walked through, and he was really scared, but he was calmer than the night before. And we walked back, and we were accosted by these people who work for a certain bar. Do you remember the name of that bar?
I don't.
I don't, but they were touting the fact that they had underwater
Underwater
strippers.
stripper show.
And so he let us peek in, and you could see the boys swimming around underwater, and I'm like, okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
So we went ahead and went in, and it was seating like design. It was basically a show bar, and it had seating designed so that you were staring at the show.
Yeah. The performances are amazing. Well, not amazing, but very good performances. I mean, for 350 baht a person, it was a bargain, I think, because the costumes were good, I think, and well, the only thing we don't like is the naked man walking around, you know, begging you to touch his dick so he can charge us with, like, I don't know how many baht, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
One of them was a monster.
Yeah, those were some monster dicks, and
Like this big.
they
It was this big.
they wore condoms over the dicks, and they had on
Yeah.
cock rings, and they just
Oh,
kind of
really?
walked around and stuck them in your face, and were like, no, 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 no.
They got cock rings?
Yeah, they had cock rings. Remember, I was telling you, and I was pointing. No, they
didn't
had
say.
cock rings.
Okay.
I know how strippers do it.
Okay.
Pumping and cock rings. That's how they do it. So, so the actual naked part wasn't really interesting, but they put on shows. They had costumes, and they had like one drag queen at a time, and then boys dancing and lip syncing. And it was much more of a show than anything I'm used to in Columbus or around the United States.
So it was a good show.
The only annoying part, and how they made money apparently for the boys, was there wasn't really an opportunity to tip, but the staff came up all the time and was annoying you to like, buy one a drink. Which one do you want to buy a drink for? Which one? Which one? And then they lined them all.
Threesome with one of the boys. Come on, threesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, threesome. It's a whole new experience. It will be great for you too. You too. You too.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And I was like, no, threesome, especially with a stripper, because I mean, God knows their asses
Ew.
and dicks.
What about their dicks?
I don't know. They probably have fucked like a million.
Yeah, there's
people.
that. I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Yeah. I was thinking.
STDs.
Yeah, STD. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, so and the only part of the show that was bad was we got there kind of in the middle. So between the shows, they just stood the boys up on stage like in their underwear, and they all had a number
they,
on
like,
them.
showcase the boys.
Yeah, and they all had a number on them.
Mm-hmm.
And they just wouldn't leave the stage until somebody bought them a drink. It's like the best I could figure. I wasn't quite sure what was going on, but they just stayed there and stayed there and stayed there.
For 20 minutes.
I think it was longer than
Yeah.
20 minutes. They said 20 minutes, but I think it was more like 40 minutes. And there was this one.
Yeah, there was this one stripper who always looked at us and begged us with hand gestures like this. Like, oh, hold on. I'm going to do it like this. Like that. So he begged us for him to jerk us off and have threesome and buy him drinks, but no,
Yep.
no.
He looked like he was about 14 too. All right, so we stayed there pretty late. We enjoyed that show. It was nice, and we both agreed that we liked the show and not really
Yeah.
the actual nakedness.
But apart from the nakedness, it was a great show.
and then we
What
went.
am I doing?
I don't know. All right, so and that was pretty much that was it. And then
Yeah,
we,
that sums up the day.
That sums up that day. And the next day we traveled, and we wanted to go to this market, but we didn't get our asses out of bed in time.
Yeah. So we skipped it and
And we flew to
Krabi
Yeah, so-
party.
yeah. So here we are in Krabi.
Yeah, specifically in Leding Island. We just took a boat and we are going to stay here for an hour.
Right. And later we are going to go to Hong Island. And earlier we saw, what was that pass we went to? What was that called?
Pass?
Remember with the big rocks? It was some sort of cove or pass.
I don't know.
No, I don't know either. We'll look that up. Okay, that's it for my vlogging. Do you have anything else to say?
He's awesome.
Aww.
And that's it.
He's awesomer. He's awesome. Okay, bye. We'll talk later.
Ta-da.